at least in our own minds, with your hosts, Clint and George, including Adam and Gail, presented by La Troje Mexican Restaurant and Bar. Here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Perfect 10 for April 6th, 2023. We have the wonderful panel here today. I'm trying to think. I want to make sure I get this correct. So it would be to my left. That would be my hype man, the one and the only Clint. Below him, we have the fearless leader and of this, that runs this rocket ship. And that would be Geo, aka GG3, aka George. And I'm trying to think of another one. I couldn't think of another one off the top of my head. I tried.
Just not late for dinner, right?
To my left, we have, as Clint likes to call her, the winner, but she's the warden. And then I, myself, am the star of the show. And welcome on in as we get into I guess I'm trying to figure out how the best way it's music up until the 79 era, like the year of 79. So anything from the time it started to the 79. And we're giving you our perfect 10 in our own eyes. You don't have to like it. You don't have to, you just play along with us and see what you think. And if you want to comment in the comments, let's see what you guys got. So let's do this.
Let's get.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so you're kicking it off then, sir.
Oh, you would be. Oh my God, you're killing me today. Oh, good Lord. So my number 10 is it's one of those songs that no matter what kind of mood you're in, the minute you hear it, you get your head bobbing to it and you play it, and you just. I don't think
that's not right, sign guy.
I think it was hilarious.
We gotta stop this star. We gotta stop this star bashing. Okay?
I'm thinking we need to have a tag team match. Jim and a partner of his choosing against Clinton and myself.
I won't stand a chance.
So my number 10, I went with My Sharona by the Knack.
Ooh, good one.
Never heard of it.
Oh, yes, you have. You've heard it.
And unfortunately, we cannot play
because Facebook will shut us down.
Because we will get shut down quicker than anybody and everybody. It'd be the fastest boot off in Facebook history.
Who cares? Facebook could. I'm not gonna go all out and say that.
Really? Okay.
I'm working on not trying to be so. Angry's not the word. So sarcastic. Just about stuff. I think that's the way I can go with it. I'll try. Guess I'll kick off my number 10 then. So my number 10. He got some songs also on this list. But I went with a duet as one of my favorite duets of all time. Released in 1967. I went with Ain't No Mountain High Enough by Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
Too low.
Good one.
Way too young, taken away. Was
too low.
Good one.
Too low.
Too low.
The thing is, that's the thing. Like when I look at this list, it's like I could have put that song higher, but
I love that. Thanks, Jim.
I have other comments I will keep to myself.
My own
that's not playing. That's not playing fair. That's not playing fair. That's how you feel, Jim?
That is wrong.
Bad thing is I don't know why. At some point, I used to actually like Jim. Why?
Oh. Wow.
So mean.
Gail, what do you got?
I'm switching it up a little bit than what I have listed. Proud Mary by Creedence.
Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You could have just said CCR. We wouldn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead with the abbreviation. CCR.
Like it's one of those songs that you just start singing and then you're bobbing and you're all into it.
And you're drunk.
Or when you're drunk, yeah.
Wow. All right.
Okay then.
Yeah. All
Let's see
right.
how far back our fearless leader went.
August 18th, 1932.
What is that dates? He got dates. He got months and
I got
days.
dates.
I mean, years.
Boom.
He went.
And guess what? You've all heard the song. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Oh God.
By Billy Banks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when the song was released, 1932.
It's like one of the first songs we ever put out.
Well, there's
That's
been
one
a
of the first
lot
radio
more before,
songs.
there's a lot more before that.
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
But I
First
mean,
radio song.
but you know, I like some big band and swing stuff. So yeah, turn around and I'm coming.
Play
out
like
of the
silent
phone.
movies too, don't you?
Okay, look, we're not going to go that far. That's next month. Just saying, I prefer.
So apparently, Jim's just gonna, shit on everything that we pick and just approve and applaud Gail for everything she picks.
Why? What? Did he like my pick?
I got that
Well,
feeling.
yeah, of course
I
it
don't
is.
even say nothing about my 10, so I'm
Yet. Not yet. I was going to say, he hasn't said anything else yet. All right. Well, like I said, everybody's heard of that song. So,
True.
don't give me any crap. Just because I went way back in
still
the
gonna give you
time
crap.
machine. Oh, hey, Jason's not here. So guess what? And
Right.
He hasn't commented
so I'll be
yet.
Jason today and give you crap.
He's not. He hasn't commented yet.
Well, I will be Jason until Jason comes in and give you crap.
Wow.
Okay.
All right.
But I have heard that song though, so
So for my number 9, I went with everybody's favorite party classic, the good old YMCA by the Village People.
For as much as I used to,
that didn't make my list, but
it's
God,
not
I
on
was
my
so sick
list.
of putting it on there though.
Oh my god!
I didn't care if anybody else was or was. I had to put it on my list only because the bar we used to go to, Fran Beatty was our DJ, like for the weekends and stuff. And we had it where she'd bring her props with her. And we would literally, every time the YMCA would come on, would have a conga line of like 50 people going through the bar, all decked out in feather boas, big, ugly, like sunglasses, and just random different things. So every time I think of that, I always think back to that day and all that time because we had such a blast with people doing that stuff.
Well, yeah, it's always the fun ballpark song to do too.
Well, we were actually talking
because everybody does it. Like every time it comes up, you're going to do the wasn't.
Well, you know how they have the Pride Parade in Cleveland? Like we talked about it for our buddy moved to Florida that we were all going to dress up like the Village People and go down for the parade.
Oh,
and we never did.
That would have been nice.
That'd have been hilarious.
It would have.
Because obviously I already have the hard hat, so we know I'm the construction worker.
Right.
No if and no, you already got that one dibbed up, huh?
Right.
Dibbed on construction worker.
All right, Brent, what do you got going at 9?
My number 9, this song I put it at 9. I put on songs strictly because, like I said, it's one of those songs like me and my coworker when I used to work in my old building, he will always sing like the chorus and the beat. And then the song also to remind me, like, you could play this song in like a movie and just have like villains walking down the street, and it'll be like cool. I went with "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees here in 19.
Yeah, it was hard to not put that on my list.
He always do the hey go doom doom. He just started doing the beat. Then he just be walking down the street like. You could put that in today's society, like in a movie, and just play that song, just that beat, and they just walk down the street, just like. That was a badass beat too, man.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I like that song though.
My number 9
Yep.
is "Sitting by the Dock of the Bay."
Otis Redding.
Otis Redding.
Yep, that's on my big list. And is
Yes,
And believe it or not, Shinedown actually does a very damn good cover of that.
Really?
Smith and Myers.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Acoustic.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. I don't think I've heard that. I like Shinedown.
Yeah, it's just Brent and Zach.
Great choice. I like that whistling part. I can't whistle. So
I did. Even as a kid.
Jim, it says in the title pre-1979. So yes.
I remember as a kid, I even liked that just something about it. It just had a nice little vibe to it.
My number 9 was after 1970.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm talking to sign guy.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
He'll survive.
Staying alive.
All right. My number 9.
Or is it? Oh yeah, Gail did hers.
Yep, I did mine.
Dancing Queen by ABBA.
I knew it. I put on this list.
What?
That's the song I said they play at my job a lot lately. I'm like, somebody gonna put it on their list.
Oh, and there it is at number 9.
I knew it. I'm like, somebody gonna put that. I'm like, somebody put Dancing Queen on their list. I thought it was gonna be Gail at first, but then when he said 1930, I'm like, it's gonna be George. George's gonna put someone on this just because I know George's taste in music. Like it's music.
Well, I grew up in the
like, you got good taste. You got good taste in music, but I already know with George, you're gonna put something out there that's gonna be like, yeah.
Wow. Say what?
Okay. Well, it's a good thing that I've got. It's a good thing that I have got. The rest of my list is gonna screw with you so bad it's not funny.
It's a good song. I ain't hating on the song. I like the song. I'm just saying I just knew it was gonna be on somebody's list. Blame my job for my semi-hatred of these songs. I just play them so much, it just get annoying.
Look at that.
Good for her.
All right.
Number 8. I know that with my last one, Jim's trying to give me a lot of shit already. I'll probably get more shit for this one. This one came out in 1971, and I liked, and this is one of those misheard song lyrics because everybody likes to play it up as "Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza," but it's actually "Tiny Dancer," Elton John.
Right.
It's one of those just songs when you hear it, you're gonna bob along to it.
I had never heard somebody say that they thought it was Tony.
No, "Hold Me Closer, Tony Danza." Who's the boss? Think about it. Now when you hear it, you'll never hear it.
Now I'm gonna it's like, wait a minute.
It did the same shit to me. They did it to me, and I'm like, and every time I hear it now, I'm like, you guys you suck.
I'm like, no, I hear Tiny Dancer. It's like, who the heck? Oh wow. Somebody must have been really drunk when they thought that it was Tony.
Who cares? It's hilarious.
I was gonna say,
it is hilarious.
Tell Scott Griffith that one. He'll turn around and go, "What?"
Yeah, you'll never hear it the same.
Yeah, he is a big Elton fan, so that's gonna be.
He's got a lot of good songs.
Oh, here he is. Yeah. Yeah. You're already 3 picks too late. Thank God.
He picked ABBA Dancing Queen at 9. I forgot what he picked at 10. Some song from 1930.
He's just
Really?
out, George.
Wow, Clint.
It's all love, George.
Wow. It's gonna be a tough night.
Oh no, it won't.
It's gonna be a tough night. What you got?
My number 8 is this one was also one of them artists were like, I just picked one song.
I wasn't in college.
My number 8 came out in 1970. That's "I'll Be There" by the Jackson 5.
Good pick.
Don't lose it. I was waiting to say. I was wondering how. I forgot about that one.
It was hard too, Jackson 5, because it was just like. Again.
All right.
Trying to limit it to one.
All right. Gail?
My number 9.
8.
Is it 8?
8.
Sorry, I got someone distracted.
Yeah, I know.
Tonight. My Girl by the Temptations.
Nice.
Doom, doom, doom.
That's probably because I got a Temptation song later on my list. It's not that one though.
California
Both
Raisins.
got great taste though.
Jim says the year
The
is
year
born.
is
Great
born?
pick.
Damn, you old as shit.
You ain't getting no younger either, sir. Don't be throwing people on the bus.
Oh, quit protecting your boyfriend and hush.
You're a mess.
Hey, now remember, we're a respected family show now.
Sorry.
Oh, well, lover's quarrel. You know how that goes.
All right, I'll move it right along. My number 8,
Commercial break.
Born to be Wild by Steppenwolf.
There you go.
1978.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is my number 8.
Still a great commercial song too. Still hear that song on a lot of commercials today.
Well, speaking of commercials, why don't we get our first run kicked off here?
Pizza Galley, located in the heart of Vermilion, monthly pizza specials from specialty pizzas to subs and po' boys. Open Wednesday and Thursday at 4. Friday through Sunday, open at noon. Call 440-963-0177.
Delmonico's Barbershop with 2 locations on Liberty Avenue in the Delmonico Plaza in Vermilion. Open early at 5 a.m. on Monday through Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. 8 a.m. on Thursday, or their Lorraine location on Oberlin Avenue, 8 a.m. Delmonico, more than just barbers, their family.
Bodine Sanders, author of Race Against Race. Experience diversity and inclusion in sports through Bodine's eyes. From high school to Cheney, all the way through his graduation at Villanova and beyond. Get your copy today at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Also available on all ebook platforms, Kindle, and local libraries ebook. Check out Race Against Race today.
La Troje Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located in Wellington, just east of 58 on Herrick. Monster margaritas, and enough food to feed the whole family. Mention the Perfect 10 and receive 10% off your order. Dine in or take out, just like the Perfect 10 has at La Troje.
Every time I see that commercial and I see that stinking quesadilla, I just want to run back and grab me another one.
I just want the margaritas. Ain't that right, Gail?
Yes.
You guys just want the flight where you get 4 different ones
Yes,
now.
I still want to try that.
Yes.
And the queso fundido. I want more of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make another trip to Detroit.
Soon.
Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so we're on number 7, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Just trying to keep up with you here.
Yep.
So for my number 7, I went with a 1978 classic, old time rock and roll, Bob Seger.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice. That's a good one. That's
Just
a
that
song.
raspy. That his voice was something else. It's one of my favorites, though.
That's a solid one. Clint?
All right, my number 7.
Don't
it's
hurt
3
yourself
songs,
now.
but what?
I said, don't hurt yourself now.
No,
your back
not
on
scratching my
7.
back.
I mean, we're on a 7th inning stretch. That's baseball.
Nah, who cares about baseball?
Oh, you got to hurry up. There's a time clock now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No,
You
my
got
number
8
7
seconds.
is one artist. 3 songs by one artist. They released. I'll probably say names. Y'all probably know who it is. Backstabber in 1972, Love Train in 1973, and that good old For the Love of Money also in 1973. I got them 3 songs. Those are by the OJs. You all know who the OJs are.
Mhm.
Dude, you said Love
For the Love of
Train.
Money.
Yep.
Love Train
Yeah.
was a dead giveaway for me.
Yep.
We all know For the Love of Money. That was the Apprentice theme song. You know, for Donald Trump show. You know, so they had to put them on there. Yeah, Love Train probably is my favorite OJ song.
Good choice. Good choice.
Nice.
All right.
Nice, Star.
What's that?
No, it's up to Gail.
Yep.
Gail's up next.
All I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
I had her on my list, and then when we had, you know,
Good song.
it is a good
It's like a woman's anthem, you know?
It's a good one.
Yeah.
it was on my list, and then I changed it. So I'm glad somebody had it on theirs. All right, let's dive into the vault here for George's number 7.
Oh, get out of here. Well, hey, guess what? Gonna surprise. I said my list is gonna surprise the hell out of you because I like a little bit of everything, with the exception of some country, pretty much. Rock With You by Michael Jackson is my number 7.
Okay.
That is my number 7.
That barely made the cuff. That was 1979.
Yeah,
Right.
I know. That's getting right around to one of his first
I didn't make
solo
my
albums.
list, believe it or not.
You know,
That's why I'm gonna say my Michael Jackson song for later list.
oh well, I'm sure it's not going to be the last time that he's on.
Oh, it ain't gonna be the last time Michael
Right.
Jackson's gonna be on the list.
Yeah,
Everybody's
it's
gonna
far
have Mike on
from-
their list at least once.
Yeah, it's going to be far from the last time he's on my list. But yeah, it was one of his first solo albums, and that was the one that I hung with. All right, Adam, back up to you at 6.
So for my number 6, this is where we're gonna have my first country song, and all I gotta say is, you just gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. The Gambler, Kenny Rogers.
When
That's
to
actually
walk
a really good
away.
song.
No one. I remember that song from the rock promo, Rock and Stone.
Yeah.
I was singing it. No, the Rock was singing it. My fault.
Yep,
Mhm.
It's a good
great song, and probably one of his top 3 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good country
Yeah,
songs.
he has a lot of
though.
good ones.
Like Christmas songs with Dolly Parton.
Yeah, my mom had that 8-track. Wore it out. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, don't look at me like that. Yeah, I said it. The 8-track. Yeah. What?
I had never seen one until when my grandma passed, we started going through her house. And I pulled this weird thing up, and I'm like, I looked at my sister, and my sister's older by 10 years from me. And I'm like, what is this? And she's like, that's an 8-track. And I'm like, oh, I said, I knew like
Of them.
but I've never actually seen one in person. My grandparents had so many. It was unbelievable how many 8-tracks they had. And it was all like the gospel country from back in the day.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
Did they have an adapter player that played in the car?
No, but they have one of the old
Stereo?
stereos.
Yeah, with the vinyl.
Yeah, they could do the vinyl. They could do the 8-tracks, everything.
Cassettes, you name
Yeah, it was really cool. They had
Nice.
so many vinyl records. They actually couldn't fit in one of those huge bins. We had to split them up because it was way too heavy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, vinyl is super heavy. No doubt about that.
So Clint's up next.
Keith said nice. What's up, Keith?
My number 6. Gail already mentioned one of the songs by the artist. She went with "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay" by Otis Redding. I went with "Try a Little Tenderness" by Otis Redding. 1966. I want to say this was probably one of the last songs he sung because his last concert was here in Cleveland before he died, unfortunately. So yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Dropping knowledge tonight.
No kidding. The professor would be
I'm
impressed.
just an Otis Redding. I'm just an Otis.
Oh,
Redding.
I did speak to him, by the way, on Sunday. He said all you got to do is reach out. He's in.
Cool. Very cool.
He asked me, he goes, what is it about? I said, we're doing decades of music. And he said, say no more.
Yep, the professor's always in.
He goes, George has got my Facebook. He's got anything he needs to get a hold of me. Tell him to reach out.
Yep.
So now it's about to be dropped on that episode. You think I'm dropping knowledge?
Yeah, hey, like I said, the professor would be seriously impressed. That was awesome. All right,
Yeah,
Gail.
so.
All right, so My number 6 is Paradise by the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf. One of the world's longest freaking songs ever invented. But you get into it and then you just couldn't stop singing it.
Well, I could. I turned it off at the 5-minute mark.
No. Blasphemy.
5 minutes is long enough. Thank you. Good night, Meatloaf.
No. I like more of Meatloaf's songs, but that was a good one too.
All right. My number 6, Easy by the Commodores.
I didn't even think about that one. But mind you, I put this list together at 6 o'clock. So,
Right.
I mean,
Well, like I said, that's a good one. That one is one that's really, kicking back vacation weekend.
listening, no pun intended.
Yep. And it's a good jam to just chill back, grab a glass, kick back, relax, and enjoy the audible ride.
Yes.
Those the best songs.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta worry about shuffling or changing nothing. You can just let them just play back. But that's why I love like on YouTube, they have like these videos, they play just like a bunch of like 70 hit songs or 80 songs or like Motown songs. It just be like 3-4 hours long. I'm like, that's cool because I can listen to all that 4 hours though, and I'd worry about changing those songs. A song,
right?
The song.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Why don't we take a quick little break right here, and we'll be right back.
La Troje Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located in Wellington, just east of 58 on Herrick. Monster margaritas, and enough food to feed the whole family. Mention the Perfect 10 and receive 10% off your order. Dine in or take out, just like the Perfect 10 has at La Troje.
Pizza Galley, located in the heart of Vermilion, monthly pizza specials from specialty pizzas to subs and po' boys. Open Wednesday and Thursday at 4. Friday through Sunday, open at noon. Call 440-963-0177.
Delmonico's Barbershop with 2 locations on Liberty Avenue in the Delmonico Plaza in Vermilion. Open early at 5 a.m. on Monday through Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. 8 a.m. on Thursday, or their Lorraine location on Oberlin Avenue, 8 a.m. Delmonico, more than just barbers, their family.
Bodine Sanders, author of Race Against Race. Experience diversity and inclusion in sports through Bodine's eyes. From high school to Cheney, all the way through his graduation at Villanova and beyond. Get your copy today at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Also available on all ebook platforms, Kindle, and local libraries ebook. Check out Race Against Race today.
All right, we're halfway through, knocking them down, knocking them dead pretty quick too.
He finally unmuted me.
The thing, I was wondering how the heck you got unmuted during the commercial. I was like, what the heck?
I was like, because we were like surprised how you I'm like, yeah, he's doing it backwards this time, something a little different. And then Gail's looking at me, she's like, but why is it on there but not up there? I said, because he just took it off up on the screen for us. All right, so for my number 5, it was already mentioned, but it was one of those. It was a song that was already great when it came out, and then it kind of got a revamp and became more popular to a newer generation during Remember the Titans, and that's Ain't No Mountain High.
One of my favorite movies of all
Good
time.
one.
Yeah, that's definitely a top 5 movie for me all day.
And speaking of movies, that will be next month.
Yeah.
We just keep that whole thing going.
The problem is where we're doing these series, we're going to run out of things like for decades. Like, we've done TV, we've done music. After movies, what else is left?
Oh, there's plenty. There's plenty to do. Clint and I tackled almost 118 different topics before we revamped them. There's plenty. Plus, plus, like we said, everybody else who's listening, you got some ideas and some lists you want us to cover.
Mention it. We'll do it.
We'll go through it. We'll turn around. We're listening. And especially as we're setting ourselves up to take listeners at the end of the month when we go live in studio at WOBL. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
We're here.
And we will be live on the radio and on here.
Ooh.
Are you nervous?
Nah, we'll be all right.
Nah,
We'll be fine.
did this before.
Yeah, we've been here and done that.
This ain't our first rodeo.
Yeah,
Won't be the last.
7,000 people, nobody. Only. We're good.
Now, if we could get those numbers on Facebook, it'd be Gucci.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'd be hitting stride right there.
Pay the man.
Hey, man. All right. My number 5, actually, but this is where Gail mentioned a song by Temptations. This is where I would put my Temptation song at. Star said you said you hate long songs. How about I give you a song with a 4-minute intro before the first words even come out?
Not even listening to it then. I'm tuned out by that time.
Yep.
That's probably was the Rolling Stone by Temptation, 1972. That intro go 3 minutes and 53 seconds.
I done fell asleep before they even started the first, word to come out their mouth.
That was that song. That was a good song too. That's also they said also the last song that Norman Whitfield was the producer for the Temptations. After that song, they fired him.
So what was it? 4 minutes of intro and then like 3 minutes and 10 seconds of a song?
The song, they got different versions. Like they got one version that's like 7 minutes. They got another version that's longer. That's like almost 12 minutes.
Holy crap!
12 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it basically got canceled because of the fact you just said it. The Temptations, they felt like the song was focusing more on like the intro and the instruments than their actual voices. And then that 3rd of September, that lead singer actually at the time, that actually did die on that exact same day, and he thought it was like him kind of like taking a jab of mentioning, but he like, I'm really gonna know how I really supposed to know your daddy died on the 3rd of September, like I really supposed to know that,
Yeah.
Like it's also the last song too. I think said I won him a Grammy.
Because your taste sucks, Jim.
Because everyone's different.
I was going to say, Jim, because it's our lists. Our list may not match your lists. That's what makes this show.
If I didn't have
I heard of some of these songs.
If I didn't have a smart comment back at him, he'd think I was sick. I gotta throw something his way.
All right, Gail, what do you got at 5 for your 5?
At 5, I have Operator by Jim Croce. And that was another artist that actually died too young. He died at 30 in a plane crash.
Yeah, we lost a lot too.
We lost a lot of people in plane crashes.
Yeah, plane crashes are not singers' best friends.
Now that you guys said that, I thought of at least 3 people that I could have had a song of theirs on this list now.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie Valens, Buddy Holly.
Yeah, they're on my big list. Like I said, it's tough to slice off from like 23 to try to get it down to 10. Even just getting to 23 was tough. My number 5, I thought was really cool because it was the first time I could sit there and sing a song and it had a stinking cuss word in it. And I was like, yes. And my mom couldn't do a damn thing about it. And it's Rich Girl by Hall & Oates.
Okay. Know that song very well.
Yeah. So, of course, I definitely had to make sure that made my list somewhere.
They had a couple of good songs too.
It was the first time I could sit there and swear.
First time
and
I
not
could
get
cuss in a
yelled
song and
at.
I can't get in trouble for it.
That's right. That's right.
It didn't matter. I still would have gotten in trouble.
Right. I'm about to say, yeah, I still would have got in trouble. You ain't supposed to say what they're supposed to say.
Oh, that's a good song.
It's like, hey, it's in the song.
How about that song? Nice song, sign guy.
That's another one of my songs that should have been on here, but wasn't. It's like my honorable mention was Bad Leroy Brown. Baddest man in the whole big town. So when we'd start singing it, my mom would be like, and we would just keep on rolling. We wouldn't even acknowledge that she was yelling at us. We just kept on singing it.
Oh, man. All right. Final 4.
All right, so my final four is one of my favorite bands, and I went with "Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap," AC/DC.
Nice.
Oh, I like your
Good
number
one,
8.
Jim.
Jim.
Don't even know if I heard it.
Jim's going with some throwback. Hey, all right.
Yeah, you and him are
Let
going
'em
way
fly,
back behind.
son. God, let them fly.
What? Oh, way back. Really?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Jim. Wow. Hey, Jim, I got 2 words for you.
Oh, too low.
Too low.
Oh, it must be. That means it's in Georgia's top 4 then.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
is.
White Christmas? Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that song.
That's gonna be
I
on
remember
every.
when we did the Sunny with Professor, he told me to listen to that song. I listened to it right after we got off there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Clint. What do you got it for?
My number 4. I went the same route I went a couple earlier songs. One artist, 3 songs. 2 in 1971, 1 in 1977. I went with Tired of Being Alone, Love and Happiness, and Let's Stay Together. I went with Al Green at 4.
All right.
I figured he'd be on your list.
Why you figure that?
The old panty, throwing the panties on stage at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that man also got burnt by some hot water.
Well, you still got 3 to go. I think there's going to be one more. Well, here, no, the one guy already made an appearance. Marvin Gaye already made an appearance once.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, my number 4 is American Pie by Don Gleason.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not the movie. Definitely not the movie.
I was waiting for Adam to say it, and Clint just went right on in there. I was totally waiting for Adam to slam her, and Clint just goes, "Nope, I got this."
Clint knows what that means. George missed it.
Wow.
You missed that, didn't you, George?
Yeah.
It's nothing bad.
Whoopsie.
I just gave the symbol that they give in American Pie the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your 4th song, guys? You're still in the chat.
I know. I wanted to see what he stopped at 5.
Yeah, I know.
Catching up with us.
It's like, all right, Jim, you can rack up your number 4 there. My number 4 is a Meatloaf jam. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one too.
And there's Sign Guy.
That one almost made my list.
That's not a bad one. I am not a very big Elvis fan. That one is a pretty
Okay.
good one.
Now, not this Elvis song. I'm assuming Burning Love was before 79. I'm assuming, right? It probably was. Elvis died with like 70 something.
Oh, yeah, a lot of
Hunker Burn. Yeah.
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 I just could have put that on there. Or Jailhouse Rock or Blue Suede Shoe. It's a bunch of Elvis songs you could have
Hound Dog.
Yeah.
That too.
But yeah,
Well, he died in 1977, so I would hope so.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know how that shit goes. If somebody passes away and they release all the unheard of songs that they never
Right.
put out, and there's like 7 albums that they never put out. You know what I mean?
Right.
How does Tupac have all those dang songs?
See,
Like, come on now.
prime example.
Somebody was messing with it. They got some voice tuners or something. They're messing with it.
Yeah.
Burning Love was 72.
72.
72. Thank you, Jim. All right.
All right,
Chicken number 3.
so my number 3 goes probably the furthest back out of all my songs, and all I'm going to say is, "Come on, baby, do the twist." Chubby Checker.
Nice.
I mean, my mom and dad always listened to 105.7, so we heard that song 1,000 times on the radio. And I never had a problem with it. It was one of those songs that it never got old to me, even as a kid or even now.
That's a good one.
Yeah, my dad was a very 50s, 60s ish, and my mom was more the later 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, my parents were different too. After they got divorced, like my mom's always been into country and gospel kind of thing, whereas my dad's kind of like Moondog Coronation Ball. Like he goes to that, like when they used to have it all the time at the CSU.
See, my parents are weird. Like my mom never used to be into country, and lately she's really gotten into country music.
It's easy listening for.
Well, and my dad was always like Air Supply, REO Speedwagon. And then, but right before he died, he actually like started listening to the newer songs like "Some Beach" by Blake Shelton. He loved that song.
I'll bust it out.
Was it Ludacris? The Move. He would blare that and just sing it at the top of his lungs. It was so hilarious to see my dad he loved that song because he was like, "This is perfect."
He had a lot of road rage.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Maybe one of these days you'll get to see it, Jim.
I don't know this song because I'm not.
It's country.
Heavy on the country, so.
That's my mom's favorite band or group, whatever you want to call them.
Group.
Okay. Who's up next? Clint, are you up next?
For my number 3, I did this in a special way. By way again, multiple songs by one artist. I'm sorry, I could not pick. There being 70 songs. I went with "Mess Around," "What I Say," "Georgia on My Mind," and of course, "Hit the Road, Jack." I mean, and that's the legendary Ray Charles.
Yep.
He was automatically going to be put on this list, top 3, automatically.
All right.
Love me some Ray Charles, man.
That means I know one of the Clint's top 2.
Uh-oh. Gail?
My number 3 is Bohemian Rhapsody.
All right.
I love that song. It's another one that everyone just starts singing, and then it's like you're bopping your head. It's just one of those fun songs.
No, I loved it until we had a what was it, a trailblazer or an envoy full of drunken people in Florida doing carpool karaoke to it, and that just ruined it for me.
We had so much fun. That was so much fun.
Wait a second. Hold up. We have a little bit of time. Story time.
We when we were down in Florida, we only had one vehicle for everybody, and there was Gail and I, the host that we went and stayed at their place, and then two other couples. So we're 8 deep in like a GM. It's got to be like I want to say it was a Terrain or something, but it had third row seating. So mind you, there's the driver and passenger, the two like me and Gail were in the first 2 seats. There was like the bench, and then we had 2 people in the back hatch that were the skinniest of the group that were damn near crushed up against the door. Was that the day we did the alligator boat or the boat airboat tours?
I think so.
Yeah, because we did like airboat tours and this and that, and literally, anything for there, you got to drive to the Everglades. Everything's a drive from their house, so it's like about an hour or so drive. They got bored, started playing random songs, and next thing you know, one person would sing, then second one would chime in, then third one, fourth one, and before you know it, it's 8 people deep, rolling around, and I'm looking at these guys like, you've got to be kidding me, because it was like, what the hell is this? And literally 8 people, and I'm talking belting it out like nobody cared. Let me tell you.
WPS.
Yeah, it definitely was WPS.
And
Nice.
we did that the last time when we all went on the boat. We were singing "Take Me Home, Country Roads" coming back on the boat.
No, I was passed out drunk, so I don't remember.
No, you were singing.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Just snoozing away.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was cool to see everybody having a good time. But it's like that song, and it's like, oh my god.
I love that song.
Picked the wrong song to the karaoke too.
Well, that's funny though. Well, my number 3 is actually a tie because it happens to deal with a lot of driving, and that is Life is a Highway and Highway to Hell. So I have a tie at number 3. A couple of good road songs.
Yes, indeed.
A couple of really good road songs.
I'm just mad because my favorite song didn't come in until didn't come into the 90s.
Well, we got time. That's next week's show.
Yeah, I know.
It'll
be on my list, I guarantee it. It'll
Yeah.
probably be in the top 3.
Which song?
I can't tell you.
Oh,
Tune in and find out.
You're right.
I'll be here, so.
And you can wait till then, too.
Okay.
Just like everybody else.
Smarty Pansy B.
And speaking of waiting, everybody's going to have to wait to get our last 2 after this commercial break.
Pizza Galley, located in the heart of Vermilion, monthly pizza specials from specialty pizzas to subs and po' boys. Open Wednesday and Thursday at 4. Friday through Sunday, open at noon. Call 440-963-0177.
Delmonico's Barbershop with 2 locations on Liberty Avenue in the Delmonico Plaza in Vermilion. Open early at 5 a.m. on Monday through Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. 8 a.m. on Thursday, or their Lorraine location on Oberlin Avenue, 8 a.m. Delmonico, more than just barbers, their family.
Bodine Sanders, author of Race Against Race. Experience diversity and inclusion in sports through Bodine's eyes. From high school to Cheney, all the way through his graduation at Villanova and beyond. Get your copy today at Barnes & Noble and Amazon. Also available on all ebook platforms, Kindle, and local libraries ebook. Check out Race Against Race today.
La Troje Mexican Restaurant and Bar, located in Wellington, just east of 58 on Herrick. Monster margaritas, and enough food to feed the whole family. Mention the Perfect 10 and receive 10% off your order. Dine in or take out, just like the Perfect 10 has at La Troje.
All right, getting down to the nitty gritty as we get in the top 2s. Adam?
All right, so my number 2 was in the 70s. I can't remember exactly the year. I don't have it in front of me at the moment, and it was also in one of my favorite movies, The Girl Next Door, and that's Baba O'Reilly by The Who.
I was wondering if there was going to be a Who song.
It was between that and Pinball Wizard, but I always went with this one just because I like this song better. But Pinball Wizard's another good one.
One of the greatest TV theme songs ever by The Who. Yes. All right. My number 2. This where I went with Bohemian Rhapsody right here at 2.
See?
Love the song.
You
Love
disappoint
the
me.
song. And it's crazy too because this is one of the songs that you have a song that you really don't like not gonna really listen to, but then it's like once you hear it, it's stuck in your head. There's then I've seen the movie, then the biography on Freddie Mercury. It's like, okay, something is just too much like Queen. Just going around. But yeah, I like that song, man. I just like the end part too though. I love songs where you just let the beat just go without no words.
Yeah.
Those are the best songs to me. And then the fact that I feel he ended it with some cymbals clapping. I'm like, who the hell ended the song with cymbals? That song is it just went all over the place. But it was good though, bro. It went all over the place. Over the place. So yeah. So I have Bohemian Rhapsody at 2.
Don't give my list the stink eye.
It's your list.
Ooh.
My number 2 is Hotel California by the Eagles.
Ooh.
That's okay. It's all right.
Jim
Better
says
than
Stairway to Heaven at Deuces.
Is that the one that makes you cry?
Who?
That's another OJ song.
That song.
Makes me cry?
No,
People in general.
no, yeah, people in general. What song is? Do you
That's
know?
Zeppelin, isn't it?
You know what song I'm talking about?
Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, it's
It's a different version. Stairway to Heaven. I'm assuming that you probably going with I like the OJ version of it. I mean, it probably could have been released by somebody else though.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No.
It's talking about heaven. I can't remember. I don't know if it was that one or not. I'd have to see the lyrics to know if it was.
I'm thinking he's probably he's talking the Zeppelin version.
Led Zeppelin version.
Okay.
I'd have to look.
All right. Jim mentioned this one earlier. My number 2 is The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Wow, and number 2?
Yes, sir.
That's not the one I'm thinking of.
There are a lot of cool variations. I also like the two gents from Nothing But Strings when they were on AGT. They did a kick-ass version of it. It is really cool. So yes, this is one of my faves. Yep, it's the strong top 2 here. Very strong top 2 for me. And yep, that one absolutely. Yep, it almost my number 1, but my number 1 is I got the right time frame for my numero uno. So yep, but Devil Went Down to Georgia is here at number 2.
Georgia's taking us back to the Roaring 20s as his number 1.
Oh my god.
It better not be the Charleston.
Oh man.
Oh God.
We all had to learn that dance in school, and I hated it.
I didn't have to learn that.
I didn't have to learn it. Where the heck were you going to school?
It's Illyria. What does that tell you?
Fair. Touche.
See, my point exactly.
I learned square
Tuesday.
dancing though in school. So.
Yeah, see?
I was gonna say that we did in Westlake. Yes.
See? Square
We had to
dancing
do
is
it in
normal.
Westlake.
The Charleston
do it
is
in
not
Westlake.
normal.
Ain't nobody
No.
took no. I ain't take
The square dancing thing, yes. The Charleston, no.
Hell, I was even
one time in like elementary school. I want to say like elementary
Fifth
school.
grade.
We like would do the Serafina dance and go to spots and do that without all the flipping and everything. So
I remember the one year we did a play. We did the Rosa Parks play in elementary school, and I had to be one of the cops that had to arrest her. Yeah.
well, I guess you got the stink.
Well, that and I literally had one line: "Come with us." That was it.
Dang, you had the bad line.
And I killed that line. Let me tell you.
Well, you're the star.
Wow.
I practiced for this one line. I
That
practiced
one
for it.
line.
See? Yep. So that's where Gail went. She went to Midview too.
Yep, I went to Midview.
Yeah, I was in Westlake.
That's just kind of surprising that Westlake would even go that route because they weren't as hoity-toity as they are now.
Fair enough.
All right, so for my number 1, you mentioned it already, George, and I like the song, but it really, like when I started hearing it, it's because it was the theme song to SummerSlam years ago, and that's Highway to Hell, AC/DC. That's when I really fell in love with the song. It's just because I was so into wrestling at that time, and they played the living crap out of it leading up to that SummerSlam that year.
Yep, that's right. They did.
And that's when it was like, every time I hear it, as soon as I hear it, that's it, getting cranked up. I don't care who's in the car. See, whatever.
Oh, jeez.
See?
All right, on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, man. Oh.
Say good night, Gracie.
Not yet. Not
Oh,
yet.
Cue that intro. Cue that outro.
I already know what I'm not going to spoil it for him, but I already know Clint's number 1.
Well, my number 1. Same thing. I did another one. Sorry, it's an artist, not a song. Yeah, it's Stevie Wonder. Let's just name any Stevie Wonder song from that time. I mean, got Superstition that Star mentioned earlier. Isn't She Lovely? My Sherry Moore. Higher Ground. I mean, it's just too many Stevie Wonder songs.
I forgot about Isn't She Lovely?
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the one with the song. That's another one of them songs. The intro is just like 3 minutes long of them just playing playing all his assortment of instruments, harmonica and pianos and everything. So yeah,
Very, very
that's
talented
Stevie
man.
Wonder one. He is.
My number 1 is Free Bird by Leonard Skinner.
Blech.
I don't think your choices.
My friend Jeff is a big Leonard Skinner fan.
I can't stand that song.
I love it. It's sad though. It makes me cry almost every time because it makes me think of everyone that's passed. But it's a good song.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
Mark that
Sorry,
down.
bud. I got nothing.
We struck him speechless.
That's a first.
I struck him speechless. Wow.
No, Jim.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
Good Vibrations.
I like the Beach Boys.
Ah,
That
Beach
came
Boys.
about Uncle Group.
They just weren't.
I
My
don't think I know about the Beach Boys, but they came love Uncle in that group.
I like the one.
Kokomo.
Kokomo.
I was gonna say Hotel California.
Kokomo is a good song though.
Yeah.
Good beach song.
All right, Gail.
She already did hers.
Yeah,
Free
you're
bird.
up.
She did her number one.
George is out of it.
Yeah, no kidding.
He just doesn't want to unveil it because he's going that far back in the vault.
Going back in time.
1930.
God.
Time machine.
Okay, look. It's 1968.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Not bad.
I thought he was going to say like 1925 or some shit.
Louis B. Armstrong. What a wonderful world.
Okay, I can't knock you for that one.
Damn
That
it.
is a
Great.
good
No,
And I am so mad. I didn't. Like I said,
I'm so mad I ain't thinking that one neither. Great number one. Great number one, George.
I'm just curious what
I can't even
Jason,
hate
what Jason thinks of your
respect on
number
that
one.
Respect on that one. That's a classic, man. That was the theme
Yeah.
song for Family Matters for a season before they canceled it because they said it wasn't too sitcom-y enough.
Yeah, it's and there's many different instrumental versions, and a lot of people are really lately have even been making their own adaptations to it, and they're all really good. They're all really good.
I can't even.
See,
Man,
even
I came in here thinking I'm about to crap on George at number one for them. I can't. I just.
well, even Jim's even
Great
said
number
that. He
one.
goes, and Jason's not here to give George hell.
That's a great number one, man. What a wonderful world. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm just mad. I
He made
didn't
up
think
for
of
his
it.
list. He made up for them two 1930 songs.
So that was a very tricky list to do.
Oh, 80s is gonna suck.
Oh, my list is already done.
I'm gonna work on mine just to see how bad it's gonna be.
Mine's going to suck because
I-
this one's
I
starting to get some
hear-
hip hop songs in here.
I heard the thing.
Yep.
That one makes it harder.
This 80s and 90s is going to
You
be
gotta mix them together. Oh
Brutal.
my god.
it is going to be brutal. It will be. It's going to
Spoiler
be.
If we were just leaving it at like
TLC
from
I'm the TLC is going to be in top 3.
yeah. If it was like just straight 80s would be tough, but it's 80s and 90s, is it gonna be even worse?
It's going to be really worse.
Yeah, I better start today because then by
Yeah, I
next
was
week I
gonna
can
say,
narrow it
we're
down to the 10 that I want. Process of elimination.
When we get together on Saturday, we're going to be sitting there going, I
George,
got
I
like
hate you for-
75 of these. I hate you already.
Yeah, I hate you for having to make me narrow this down to 10.
Like I said, my list, I had 23. Throwing it back. That's Amore, Dean Martin. Everybody knows that one. Blueberry Hill by Fats Domino. That one was also on my list. I love that one too. Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond. Everybody knows that one.
My version. I like the
Eh,
other version
don't like
better.
Neil Diamond.
And I had La Bamba and That'll Be the Day on my list too.
La Bamba, yeah.
I heard it through the grapevine. I had that on my list too.
California Raisins.
Dancing in the Street by Martha
Ooh.
and the Vandellas. It was in 64 first.
You know what's crazy? I also had a Marvin and Vandellas song on honorable mention, except it was with Marvin Gaye, Pride and Joy 1963. Because they did the background vocals on the song with Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye.
And I got you, James Brown, the I Feel Good.
Oh yeah, you got that. Yeah, James Brown.
Yeah, I had James Brown on my
I'm
list too.
surprised George ain't have New York by Frank Sinatra on this list.
I'm surprised George didn't have any of the.
We're close. I had My Way on my list.
That's a good one, though.
Sinatra. I had My Way.
And
on
that
the list.
one, I mean,
So
Midnight.
there,
Train,
yes,
Georgia.
I had a Sinatra. You got me, but wrong one.
Midnight Train to Georgia was another honorable mention. It was just too many, man.
And Louie by the Kingsmen.
Oh man, I can already see it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I just opened it up and I'm like, the first 10 songs. I'm like, oh boy.
We're probably our list is gonna crank into the couple hundreds, and it's
Are
like,
we sure we should just do 80s and 90s, or should we just do 80s and then 90s?
We don't have enough.
I think we're gonna be like money. I think we're gonna be in the same boat. Like you guys are gonna. There's gonna be too many choices for 80s and 90s.
But then we're running out of weeks because
At least we can skip 2000s.
Well, it's 2000. It's 2000 to current.
2010.
It's just 2000 to current. Our last week is 2000 to present.
The 80s and 90s and skip 2000 to current.
I'm not a fan of most current songs, so that wouldn't hurt me none.
It just sucks because 80s is when we start getting into some of the hip hop. We start getting into some Run DMC and some NWA.
Yeah.
We'll come up with a couple hundred just for each.
Britney Spears.
No.
Hey,
that somebody's list.
That little boy in that video when she's dancing on the table and the skirt is still one lucky son of a bitch. Okay,
right?
He just had that look on his eye. I'm like, you lucky. Like,
okay, well, we'll edit things on the fly, I guess.
Oh, I'm gonna have a headache.
Yeah,
so catch up with us next week, and the decision will be made on the fly.
Pray for us.
Yeah.
Need help.
Pray for our health and our well-being.
We'll have our powwow, and we'll be going, okay, wow, what did we think? What were we thinking when we did this?
Right?
Thanks to everybody for tuned in. Sign Guy, thank you very much for contributing your list. Appreciate it. And thanks for everybody else for tuning in and who catches us on the replay. You guys have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
The Perfect 10, created by Adam Wissinger, produced and directed by George Grayshaw. Slides and designed by Canva, video by Capwing, and production software through StreamYard. Music from SilvermanSound.com, Pulsar by Shane Myers. In association with 3 Geeks Podcast, found on Facebook and YouTube, and also heard on WOBL Gold Country, 1320 AM, 107.7 FM.